40% or $41 billion is unaccounted for. In the last 4 years, 2,000 council staff have been approved to work from abroad. Jesus Christ. This shit has got to stop, Nick. You need to stop it. Can you do something, please?
I'm going to try.
Oxfam, who we don't like anyway, but they did a report which
child rape. You know Oxfam? Child rapists.
What? Sorry, Oxfam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Child rapists. Yeah.
The people who work for Oxfam in some of the disaster areas in Africa and the Caribbean were raping children.
Yes, I do remember that in the news.
Yeah.
Well, apparently when they weren't raping children, they were doing some reports for a change. And they discovered that $41 billion, or 40%, of all World Bank climate finance, so this is when we send money to the World Bank, they then hand it out to all these countries that need help for climate. 40% or $41 billion is unaccounted for. It's just gone, basically.
You send money to the third world, it disappears.
Yeah.
You have no idea who steals it.
Yeah.
And to be certain, and they know that when they're sending it, because these are third world countries.
Yeah. So we're pissing away money to this world, to net zero, which is a myth, basically. We're pissing away money to net zero, which is a myth. And then it's going to these places, and then it's getting stolen. It's not even getting to do the things that don't need to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not even getting there. Council tax in this country, a quarter of council tax now goes to pension payments for council staff.
Shocking. I didn't know that was the case until a few months ago when you mentioned something similar. I thought council pensions, I thought were a pot of money that existed. That the council staff put some money in and then the council's topping it up and it's there somewhere. This is a disaster, this.
Yeah, yeah. So our council taxes, which are too bloody horrific, you get nothing for anyway as far as I can see. They've not swept the leaves on my street for about 3 months or something. Quarter of the tax that you pay goes into these gold-plated defined benefit pensions. This is the one that really got me sick, and I'm sure lots of other people have seen this as well, and it's made them sick as well. In the last 4 years, 2,000 council staff have been approved to work from abroad. So if you work for the council, you've got a job where you say, I can work from home. They say, not only can you work from home, Nick, you can go and work in Barbados from home if you want, and we'll carry on paying you, basically. So even though the money we're paying you doesn't go towards the local economy or whatever like that, we'll carry on paying you that money. The money that the hard-working constituents of an area are basically using. And
most of those staff are not working from Barbados. They're working from Pakistan, Nigeria, India.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It said here where places have been approved have been Barbados, South Africa and Thailand.
Yeah.
One senior official in France, and this is a senior person in the council, I think it was a London council, was actually away in France for 2 years working from home. So sitting somewhere, sipping wine, looking out over, being paid a nice fat salary with a pension coming at the end, by the way, that we've got to pay for. 2 years.
Yep, this is just how crazy the councils have become. It's working from home. We all know working from home doesn't work. But now we allow them to work abroad. I said this last time we discussed this. Just before Christmas, Gatwick Airport closed down for so many hours because the tech guy running the system, when there was an error, he was working from home that day, didn't have the passcode and couldn't reset the system. Hours of delays. And working from home is a middle class con.
Although every time we say that, our viewers get upset.
Yeah.
Because some of them work from home.
And watch this while they should be working.
I hope you're not watching this while you should be working, letting your employer down. But to add to the insult to injury, productivity in the public sector is down nearly 9% from 2019, pre-COVID, basically.
And that's shocking because it was already low.
Yes. I was going to say that's hard to get that extra, squeeze those extra percentages out of there. But it's all right, don't worry though, because they're going to increase council tax bills by 5% in April.
Yeah.
So we can afford to cover this stuff because we're all paying more.
And the Labour government will be bringing in legislation this year that allows councils to raise even more council tax. At the moment, the most they can raise is 5%.
This shit has got to stop.
They're going to give councils the power to raise more because the government itself doesn't want to raise any more taxes because it looks bad. So they'll say to the councils, we're going to give you less money, but you can raise more money. So it's going to be that.
Jesus Christ. This shit has got to stop, Nick. You need to stop it. Can you do something, please?
I'm going to try.
Just an interesting point on this. The civil service also says we need mass immigration, but why don't they just let the migrants work from home?